Hello everyone, my name is Aglaya Dream. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm drawing phobias. I'm only doing 2 in this video, but I'm planning on making this a series on my channel. This first one is claustrophobia. So of course I had to draw a character in a tight enclosed space. I've started using this app called Easy Poser that lets you pose a figure for drawing. It's been super helpful. I would not have been able to draw those hands otherwise. So claustrophobia is the fear of being stuck in a tight space and having no escape, but it's actually different than the fear of being trapped. That's technically a different fear, but I figure they go hand in hand. I'm sure a tight space like this would be super uncomfortable, but I'm sure there's way more to it than simply that. Places and situations that can trigger someone with claustrophobia are like being in a small room without windows, riding in an airplane or car, being in a packed elevator, being in a large room that is super crowded with lots of people, like at a party, standing in a closet. Could also be public restrooms, car washes, and revolving doors. So I can imagine that. And store dressing rooms, caves and crawl spaces and tunnels, things like that. Generally, it's caused by a traumatic event when a person is young, but we still don't know a whole lot about it. I figure most fears have like an evolutionary function, but I'm not sure what this one is. But of course, when it comes to phobias, it's not necessarily about just a healthy amount of fear. It's about an extreme level of fear that is irrational. I figure pretty much everyone can feel, a little bit claustrophobic at times, but those people are not actually claustrophobic. They're just having a natural reaction. For example, being on like a road trip for like days, you've been in the car for days, you're gonna feel a little cramped, of course. Whereas a person who's claustrophobic, they're probably not going to even get into that car or agree to that road trip. If there's anyone watching this video who actually has claustrophobia, I would love to read your comment about your experience and let me know if what I'm saying is true or if I'm just babbling. Yeah, let me know. And also tell me if you think I accurately captured it in this drawing. I don't have claustrophobia, so I don't know. And of course, while I might feel crammed on like a road trip or when wearing like a turtleneck or something, I might feel a little cramped. But yeah, this one is done. Now moving on to the next one, which is Fear of the Dark, which has a few names. I'm not sure if I'm gonna say these right. I probably won't. Heads up. Lictophobia, scotophobia, lygophobia, and acluophobia. Not sure why there are so many names. They must all be different variations or something. Now, at first, I wasn't sure how I was going to draw Fear of the Dark. I mean, how do you draw darkness? But when you think about it, it's not actually the darkness itself that people are afraid of when they have this fear. It's fear of what could be in the dark. I felt like that I could illustrate. So I could have just drawn like, monsters in the dark. But the thing about Fear of the Dark is that I feel like it's very, very personal. And the scary things in the dark come from your own imagination, and they're pretty much only going to be scary to you. So if I were to draw monsters, they wouldn't necessarily be scary to everyone. So I thought it would be best to just kind of leave it vague. And that's kind of what the fear is. It's a very vague fear. You're just afraid that there could be something in the dark. You don't know what, but there could be something. Because you can't see it, you don't know. So at this point in the drawing, I just had these kind of sort of humanoid shadows in the background, and yeah, I just focused on the main character of the drawing, just giving her detail, because she's the one who is alone in the dark. She's in like pajamas, kind of. That was what I was going for with her clothes. She's vulnerable. This is actually the fear that I have. I don't actually have it to an extent that I would call it a phobia, but if I had any fear, it would have to be fear of the dark, because it's just, your imagination. I have quite an imagination. And at the end, I decided to draw these things in the background, kind of reaching out towards her, either like weird spindly arms or branches or something. And with that, we're done. Like, comment, and subscribe, and stay safe out there.